All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. This fielded at the 2, and a big mistake on the return. He's out of bounds at his own 1-yard line.
All right, partner, get that disapproving look off of your face. He did get it out to the 1-yard line. Yeah, I know. Wasn't the best play in the world. He's hoping his offense can bail him out.
From the end zone, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. A gain of 6 there on first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 32 that time.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or 2 in the middle of the field. But if you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. From the red zone now, Watson dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5. And it'll bring up a 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. And perhaps now close to the first points of this divisional round game as it's 1st and goal. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Watson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. They'll go with Foreman, and the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kiki QT, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Detroit!
On 1st down, it's Darnold. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Faking the give, Darnold. And his throw here's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Wide open receiver complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On 1st down, Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Darnold. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Robbie Anderson, 39 yards. And the Jets are able to strike for 6.
Boy, that route is really tough to cover because if they're running it correctly, you think it's really going to be a slant.
Yeah, well, we talk all the time about how it's tough to execute offensively, but you're saying, don't forget, it's tough to cover for the defense, too.
Yeah, the number one thing that you're taught is to not get caught inside or get beat inside. So you guard that a little bit more. So that gives you a little bit more space to operate outside if you start your move initially inside if you're a receiver.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just one catch for him last week in the wild card win, but getting involved early here and picks up the 1st.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Tremaine Johnson. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back, away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain.
And that is caught. What a grab at the 8. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Back to throw, Watson. And he will score. It's a touchdown. Deshaun Watson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. So out now come the Jets.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Some fancy footwork, but not much room to operate. Just up past the 25 and no further. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
He wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Gone! Detroit! Detroit! Let's go. Spot!
On 2nd down, Darnold looking deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Tiger!
After the interception, here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Out of the gun, Watson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Come back! Tiger!
A shotgun snap for Watson. Then he's got the completion to Hopkins. And all the way down to the 29. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup. 52 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, 29 yards. And the Texans have broken the tie. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Darnold from the gun. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3. Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call? And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. Anxious moments there on the fake, but they do get just enough to pick up the first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Richmond.
Here's a give to Miller. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Come back.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now it's Watson, a bootleg, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hopkins. That'll put him over 150 yards receiving now. Quite a ball game and a first down. Watson now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back with more AFC playoff action after this timeout. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first down throw, Watson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And they move this all the way down to the 9. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Richmond.
They get it to him running left. So a good spin move, but not a whole lot to show after as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, they look a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Watson hands this to Foreman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans will extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets. To throw on second down is Darnold. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Now Darnold. And he's got a moonwalk. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. Now a first down carry by Bell. And an alley to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. Win or go home, that's the name of the game. And we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now it's Crowder. Oh, he sheds himself free. And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder, 96 yards. And the Jets are able to make this a close game again. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they'll go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson now on second down. Throw left left side, complete. It's Fuller. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing on third down, Watson. The catch made by Miller. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Brandon Copeland not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, here's Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Watson operating from the gun. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. The Texans send the punter out. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at the 18. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
No. Check. Patriot. Over.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 28, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a handoff to Miller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Darren Lee there to get him down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Darren Lee coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Come back.
Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 11. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback But as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Gun! 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 Gun!
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Hitter here, it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Goes underneath for Bell. So a good spin move there before he's taken down. A nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Darnold. Got some real estate inside the 30. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And down to the 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Darnold on first down. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Quincy Enunwa, 29 yards. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Now Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Come back, come back! Come back, come back! Richmond, Richmond!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... They got his man, complete! And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Give him 35 yards there on the 3rd down conversion. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's Watson. The open man is QT, complete. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Watson on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Here's Foreman. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Again, it's Foreman. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
In search of 8 yards on 3rd down. They've already converted 2 of these on this drive, 2 for 2. Here's Watson, and that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A first down throw, Darnold. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Darnold. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That'll give him 60 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. This is Bell on the dump off. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Here's Darnold now on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. To throw is Darnold. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. J.J. Watt in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long, it's Darnold. He sets to fire deep. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And now out comes Houston. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. It doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, it's Miller. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now. And here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Come back, come back. Richmond.
From the 50, it's Watson. And He's got the completion to Hopkins. He's got the first down. Boy, he was dynamite in the wild card game last week. He hasn't disappointed in this game either. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Lamar Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, 32 yards. And the Texans will add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Here's Darnold. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Line of scrimmage. Again, the 25. 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Gun!
Now Darnold. And he comes back with one complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Darnold. Flush to his right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back 11-yard gains, and they've got another first down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Darnold now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney! Detroit!
Now it's Darnold. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Bernardrick McKinney in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 33.